Hi friends, it's Julia. I'm here to share my February 2019 Counterfeit Kit Challenge kit. The original kit over on the Counterfeit Kit Challenge blog was Kaiser Craft Anthology, and I don't know when that kit came out. I went over to the blog and I looked at it, but I didn't look at dates or anything. It was a woodsy, turquoise bluish theme kit, and it had a distressed look to it. So I didn't really go with necessarily those colors per se. I did pull in, there are some wood themes in here. There's kind of like the mint green and turquoisey type green colors in here in this kit that I pulled. I went through and I found a kit that had some distressing and that I felt kind of matched the feel of the original kit. So anyway, I pulled out this old collection pack from Crate Paper, and it's the Portrait Collection, and it is from 2010. Yeah, according to this, it was created in 2010. And so this gives you an overview of what's in it. You get 16 double-sided papers, so 2 papers of the same, there's 2 papers here. Each of them have the same front and back, okay? So there's one of each there. It has a very distressed feel. You can see it's kind of grungy look. And I don't usually go for this type of look, but not anymore. I used to a lot. And so it's just one of those, it's a throwback kit for me, and I wanted to pull out something deep from my stash. And so I'm happy to try and get some of this used up. So these are all the papers. Now I haven't pulled in any cardstock to go along with this kit. I thought I would just pull it as I go along if I need to. But there's enough muted patterns and small patterns in this kit. Even this one can be used as a background, you know, or as a border, you know, around other pattern papers. So there may not be a need to pull any cardstock for this kit. I do love the patterns. I do love, like this has a very faint floral pattern to it, and then that dot paper is, there is some distressing to it, some fading throughout. This one I think, I know, I have pulled the other sheet this side to use in at another time, and so I've used this. It's kind of that, it's got a reddish orange feel to it. There's a very small pattern there, and then this turquoise floral pattern, turquoise and white floral pattern on this side. I don't think I'll use this, but I will use that for sure. Now along with this, I had stuck in a set of border stickers that I had bought at a separate time. This kit came with a pack of border stickers. Let me pull that carrier sheet out in front. So it shows you, it came with all of these die cut stickers, and then it came with all of these, or these are die cuts, and then these were border stickers, and then just label stickers there. So what happened when I pulled all of this out was, as I was going through, the die cuts started falling apart, as well as the stickers started falling apart. So I have it all here. The ones that were stickers, you can see, this was the carrier sheet, this was the sticker, they just came apart. The sticky is still on there, but it's all dried out. It's not sticky any longer. So I just popped them out and I'll use them like die cuts. But the one border set of stickers that were in the individual that I bought separately, now those did have the sticky still on them. So like here, this is the one with the sticky still on it, and where's the other? This is the one that the sticky had dried out on the back. All the numbers popped out. All the numbers are in this. I went ahead and I popped out all the die cuts because I think it's easier to use die cuts if they're already all popped out. So there's that, and here's all the border strips. There's 2 packs basically of border strips that I have with this collection. So all of that is there. And these carrier sheets are going to go right into the trash because there's no sense in keeping those around. Okay, so along with that, all those die cuts, etc., I decided to pull in from my own stash. So this is the carrier sheet, and I've been trying to add in 6x6 paper pads into my collection so that I get some used up, because I find that I'm basically hoarding my 6x6 paper pads. So I pulled this old KI Autumn Flowers paper pad, and this is from 2012. Yeah. And so you can see it's not necessarily the same colors, but it does have the same feel to these patterns. And I have cut into this pattern paper before, and if I have leftovers from it, I'm fine with that. I don't have to use the entire thing. I do, when I pull in these pattern papers, I do like to cut into every sheet of that. So that's my goal, is to get my pattern paper used up. And you can see these are very similar colors. Not similar in that they match any of these, but if you look at the green on the inside of this, that matches really, really well. This has the feel of the entire piece of paper. It has every color in there, so I think that'll be good. The back sides of these are also solid colors, so like the cream matches, you know, and I think there's browns and greens and turquoises. You get the gist. And I hope to get more of this used up, or if I got it completely used up, that would be awesome too. Then I have this Authentique paper pad, and you can see I've cut into the back of that. This does have some yellow to it and black, so this one has a lot of yellow and black, gray, and it has that pop of that orangey red in there. So I'm hoping that at some point I can get some of this used up as well. And it's okay. There again, if I don't get the entire thing used up, I'm okay with that. But I have those to play with as well as, you know, the papers that are in here. So then, you know, I went to my old standby. I have, let me pull it out here for you. I have kind of one of those things. This is my idea of what a homemade scrapbooking kit should have in it. I don't always refer to this piece of paper. Sometimes I do. And so it tells me 10 to 12 pattern papers along with project life cards. It tells me that I should have so many patterns, a cut apart sheet, a lined paper. It tells me what type of papers that I should pull in, as well as cardstock papers. And like I mentioned, I'm not going to have any cardstock in this one to start with. Border elements would be washi or border strips. This one came with tons of border strips, and I did pull in a lot of washi to go with this kit, only because I thought, okay, this gives me the opportunity to use some washi that I haven't used in a very long time, or not at all. I think, well, I have both of these. This is a Freckled Fawn. I've never used that. I don't know who this is from. I want to say maybe either Close to My Heart or Stampin' Up. But it has those deeper red tones that aren't necessarily in this paper, but in the background pattern and in the centers of the flowers on the red tones has that deeper red to it. I pulled in these tones of turquoise and teal. This is Freckled Fawn, that I don't know, and that I don't know. When I started getting washi tape, I didn't always put in there where it was from. Now I do. Now I put in where the manufacturer is and when I bought it, or when I got it in the mail or whatever. I pulled in some yellows. I know this is Freckled Fawn. I want to say that's Old Freckled Fawn, and then this, I don't remember the name of it. I pulled in a couple of browns. This really doesn't look brown in this light, but it is, and it's got a almost distressed looking paper with brown pattern to it. This one has brown undertone and then multiple colors in here. I don't know how much of this I'll be able to get used, but if I can use a little bit of it, I'm okay with that. This is Recollections. Both of these are Recollections brand. And then, excuse me, I have these two. This one is a Freckled Fawn, and this one, I don't know where this one's from, but this one has gray and black, as does this one. So I have all of those that I have added in. Next on mine, letter stickers, one large and one small, at least one. You guys, probably if you've been around long enough, you know I like to pull in multiples. And so that's what I've done here. I have pulled in this black, it's a larger set. I've pulled in 2 larger sets and then 4 or 5 smaller sets. This one is a thickers, American Crafts, and it's called Midnight. And it's black and it's got some gold dots on it. I have 2 sets of this, and you can see I've used this one quite a bit. And this one I think I've used 1 letter. So I've got those to pull in. I pulled in this set of thickers called Memento from Amy Tangerine, and these are like, they're not puffy. I don't know what they're made out of, but they have the look of a puffy, but they're not puffy, if that makes sense. I pulled in, these I bought, I think, at Target years ago, and I had 2 sets, and I have used the heck out of them, and I still keep using them because they're still lasting, and so I'll continue to use those until they're, you know, used up. I pulled in these sticky keys. Again, it's got the yellow in there, and these are old. These are October Afternoon. I want to say these are from a long time ago. Well, both these 2 sets, the 2 smaller sets that I've showed you, are from a long time ago. This is Paper Studio. I don't know when I bought those. At some point, I'm sure. These are MLS. They were My Little Scrapbook, and they are mini alphabet, or My Little Shoebox. And these are from 2009, and I have 2 sets in here. You can see I've used that one quite a bit. And then these are an old Echo Park collection from 2012 called This and That by Lori Whitlock. And these are wood grain letters. And so I've used that quite a bit, but I want to try and use it more. So I have all of those letter stickers that I've added in. Next is an embellishment pack. Well, you guys know me. For me, an embellishment pack is multiples of everything, right? So what I did was I went through and I found several embellishment packs. Let me pull these all out here. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4 embellishment packs. So this first one is Pebbles Chips. Now, I have used this multiple times, but it has the right color yellow, the right color of the reddish color, green leaves. There is some white borders on here, but I think I'll probably snip the white portions off and just keep the flowers. It does have some blue in the center, so I'll have to figure out something for that as I go along. But yeah, I'm hoping to get these used a little bit more. This is a set from Maggie Holmes by Crepe Paper, and you know, most crepe paper, they don't always match the other. They might have different colors or whatever, but the theme or the feel match. So there's some distressing in here, and you can see I have the same, the yellows, the turquoise, and there creams. There's other colors in here that I'll probably get some use out of. I'm going to try and see what I can get used. If I can't, it's okay. It can go back into my stash. Then I have this set of, from Prima, I think maybe Engraver is the name. I bought them at, most of these I bought at Tuesday Morning. They are from 2013. They are paper butterflies with gemstones in the middle. And the original kit was heavy on butterflies, so I thought, okay, this is my ode to the original kit with the butterflies. But I feel like these are distressed feeling patterns in here on the paper, and so I feel like they match the distress of that. And this is an old jelly bean soup. There's a lot of distressed pieces in here. There's some button pieces in here, doilies, lots of die cuts, journal pieces, you name it, it's got it. And this is from 2014. Again, I bought it at Tuesday Morning. So that's what I have as far as embellishment packs go. Then I call for a sticker sheet. Well, you know, because I had the sticker sheet included in here, even though it fell apart, I did not include one of those. A package of bling or sequins. Well, I'm going to add both. You guys know me. So I pulled in this. These are my scrap or leftover black. If I open a package of bling and I don't use it all up, I will typically put it with other black bling that I don't already have used up. And so this has pearls and little rhinestone shapes and things in there. So I hope to get some of this used up. And whatever's left over will go back into my stash. I also pulled in these two distressed, one bronzy brown and one gold color that's more distressed. It's not the shiny gold, it's a more distressed look. So I have both of those that I've pulled in. Then I have on here one stamp. One stamp is cool, but I pulled in 3 sets of stamps. So I have this set called Family Love, and it's close to my heart. Great sentiments on there for scrapbooking. This set called Simple Memories, and they're doily shapes. And that was another thing in the original kit where there were some doily shapes. And I figure I can try and get some of those. I'm going to try and use these patterns some. And then these are just called My Mom, and they're flourishes. And I hope to get some of those used up as well. So those 3 stamp sets are added in. And then one tool, die cutting or punch. So I added in a couple of die cuts. Again, doilies, and those are spellbinders, and then these flourishes are spellbinders. So I have those 2. One spray paint or mist. I did not add those. What I did add was some twine. I have cream color and black in case I want to do any sewing around the edges or whatever. So those are added in. And then I have on here wood veneer. So I went through my stash. This is recently left over from a kit, and so I pulled it back in. I have this set from Freckled Fawn, and then I went through some of my wood veneer and pulled in some other shapes. And so I have bird shapes, I have floral shapes, I have butterfly shapes, and another bird, and a couple more butterflies. So you see, I have all of those. And then also on here, under the papers, I forgot, typically what I like to do is I like to add at least one specialty paper. And so what I did was I pulled in this gold colored tissue paper, and then I pulled in this black and this regular brownish colored tissue paper, and I'm going to try and get some of those used. I like to use these a lot in layering up behind photos. So I'm going to try. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. Also, I went through my black color bin and pulled in some embellishments from there. I found these felt stickers, and these are from Adorn It, and I'm going to try and get these used up this time. I've had these for a long time. I've had them in multiple kits over the years. I'm going to try and use them up. This is from Queen & Company called Felt Fusion, and I'm going to try and get this used up. I don't see a date down there, but I've had it for a very long time. Then I found these 2 sets of black chipboard from Cosmo Cricket. This one is called Fleuriste Blackboard, and this one is called Honey Pie, also blackboard. Both of them have nice floral shapes to them, and I'm going to try and get some of those used up. Also from my black color bin, I pulled in a couple of journal spots from one of those old Making Memories journal books. I pulled in these 2 crepe paper. And this used to be one sheet of paper, and I actually cut it when I took that middle border strip out. I just cut it in half to have with border strips and then frames. So I pulled that in to have as well because it's, you know, it's crepe paper and crepe paper matches. This one I had in my January kit, and I had some left over, and it still has some of the same feels. So I'm going to try and use that. This one I have left over from my January kit, that yellow gold color. I'm going to try and get that used up. I added in some book pages. Both these books were in French, and so just some pages to add. Then I added in some black doilies from Recollections, and then these cream color doilies are from Stampin' Up. I added 4 of these and 3 of these, and then I pulled in some of this thicker jute twine. And so there you have it. That's what I use to make up my kit. There's my list of things. You can pause this and have a look-see. You can make your own list of things when you're creating kits, what you want to use to create your things. And I have reimagine this list multiple times over the years. This is my most recent version, and it's still 2 or 3 years old. At some point I might change it up some if something comes back in style like Brad's or whatever. I can always go back and add that in however I want to. Just whatever makes you happy in making your own kit, use that so that you will get the products that you pull into the kit used up. And so that's what I've done here. If I don't get it all used up, that's fine. It can go back into my stash because I love all this stuff. And I'll keep most of it. If there's some of it that gets to a point like with this die cut package, if I don't use it all, that's fine too. It can go back into my stash and wait, or it can go into my do not want pile. I'm okay with that. So whatever you decide to pull from your stash, just go at it with the goal of getting it used or putting it back if you don't get it all used up, or getting rid of it. Whatever you want to do with your stash. I mean, it's yours after all. But be inspired to create things. Use your stash to get your scrapbook photo or your photos scrapbook to put into albums so that your family can enjoy them. If I inspired you to get into your stash and create something with it, create a kit or create a layout or create a card, I hope you'll tag me and let me know, or leave a comment and let me know. If you want to see more videos like this, please feel free, subscribe to me, because I put these kind of videos out because I love what I do as far as creating my own kits. And if you flick me a thumbs up, that would be awesome too. Anyway, I'll catch you on the next video. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.